Today, Michelle and I are having a traditional wedding tea ceremony. Our families flew in from all around the world to attend. Watch until the end because this was so much more emotional than we thought.
I knew there was gonna be speeches, but I didn't know they were gonna be so sweet.
It's a big moment for us. We're doing a traditional Chinese tea ceremony.
I'm so excited because all my family are here and I love tea.
I'm not gonna lie, even though we're Chinese, I feel like we're quite Americanized, so I don't really know what to expect from a tea ceremony. Michelle's parents specifically requested for a tea ceremony because it's Chinese tradition and they really wanted to.
Yes. From what I'm gathering, the tea ceremony, that makes it pretty official.
Yeah.
It was so important. Michelle's parents actually took my parents out for dim sum and they discussed over dinner, which we had no idea, that they really wanted a tea ceremony and they wanted to set it all up. And they even invited all of our cousins.
Yes.
All of our cousins. And some of our good friends are gonna be there. So it's gonna be a room of like 20 people, which is making me really nervous.
I'm a little nervous too. I don't think I've met some of your extended family just yet.
I haven't seen some of my extended family in like 10 years. And my Chinese is rusty. 我的中文不好. That means my Chinese is bad.
You have a
I'm kind
lot
of
of
nervous.
family.
I hope I don't spill the tea. When I was a kid, I turned the Chinese like dim sum table too fast and I spilled the tea on my dad and he got so mad. And then Michelle spills the tea every day with her friends.
Okay, but that's a different kind of tea.
So we're both very good at spilling tea.
So my parents got this cute little outfit for Zach.
There's like a Chinese dragon on there. It's red and gold because doesn't it symbolize like wealth and luck or something?
Oh yes, I'm sure.
In Chinese tradition, they love
Wow.
the reds and golds. And what do they call this? A qibao?
Qipao. Yes.
Qipao. You look so pretty.
Thank you. When my dad told me that he wanted a tea ceremony, I got this right away.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm Shin Liat. Zach called me Gu Zhang. Gu Zhang is the father's sister's husband.
I haven't seen my uncle in a long time, but he was the MC for the tea party.
Yes, he does this for a living, so we asked him to help us out.
I'm kind of excited, but I'm also really nervous because I've never been to one. How long can a tea ceremony take? Don't you just like pour the tea and...
I assume we just all drink tea together.
Yeah, honestly, I don't really know what's gonna happen.
Now, today, why are we here? There are people from Taiwan, there are people from Singapore. Where else? Malaysia, right. We're here together to witness and also celebrate through a Chinese tradition. We call that 敬茶仪式, right? Tea ceremony. So this signifies important moment for to be newlywed, right? Zach, Yiren, and then Michelle, Si. This signifies a coming together and union of two families, the Xie family and the Chen family, the Qin family. In the tradition of Chinese heritage, the tea ceremony, or in Chinese, is called 改口茶. Why 改口? Where the two families come together, it signifies a formal change of their roles. So we'll later see how complicated the Chinese family tree might look like. The tea ceremony certainly is not just to drink tea. It signifies gratitude, respect, and coming together of the two families.
Well, your uncle started talking, and it felt so official. And as he was talking, I was looking at our family and friends. I felt a little emotional just from the first few sentences.
We thought it was gonna be casual. I was smiling and cheesing the whole time, and I look over at my to-be wife, and she was bawling. I did not know it was gonna be so emotional. Honestly, I thought we were just drinking tea.
My dad looked so sad, like he was giving me away. So then I felt really sad.
To this guy.
But he's really happy that it's to Zach though.
We look at their creative journey. This also symbolizes that the journey they have come together, right? We might say that this could be marriage made in heaven, or we could say that this is marriage made in cloud or internet, right? So we relax, and today's celebration, we have 5 couples, the elders, to receive the tea from the newlywed. So let's celebrate.
So my parents sat down and we had to start out by pouring them tea. For some reason, I thought people were pouring tea for us and we were drinking tea.
I thought we were all going to drink tea.
But then apparently in Chinese tradition, we're supposed to be pouring the tea and handing it to the elders. So we said Baba Mama, which means mom and dad.
Dad and mom.
Oh yeah, it's dad and mom. 请喝茶, which means please drink tea.
And it was really, really funny and awkward because we had no idea what we were doing the first time.
Yeah, I was reading off the script.
I have just something short to say to you, Zach and Michelle.
And I thought it was gonna be lighthearted until my dad pulled up his notes on his phone and I saw paragraphs on paragraphs. He had a whole speech written out. I thought he was just gonna drink the tea and that was it.
Yeah, when he pulled out his phone, I was like, oh, I guess this is something that people have a lot to say.
So Zach,
I think I started to realize it was serious and it was actually very important when my dad started to read his speech and like he couldn't talk.
He couldn't get his words out.
Yeah, he just broke down and started crying and I always grew up knowing my dad as like a strict dad, a very tough parent. I don't see my dad cry very often and I think that's when I stopped screwing around and I realized that this was actually very, very important for our parents.
I've never seen your dad cry. So seeing him cry made me very emotional.
sorry, bad start. Okay, Zach, we're so proud to be your parents. I've talked to you about marrying Michelle for many years now. And of all the choices you made in life, marrying Michelle is the best choice. And I just want to say you have very strong preferences and opinions, and we have fought many times over the years, as you know. And I just want to encourage you in your life with Michelle, always prioritize love and kindness and commitment to your family. I've made this mistake many times trying to be right. So it's not always about being right, it's always about being loving and kind. Okay, so remember that. And to you, Michelle, I just want to welcome you to the family. We are so happy and joyful that you have chosen Zach to marry Zach. This is a great choice. and for every man, I think there's a good woman behind him, and hope that you can always be Zach's best friend and best encourager. And sometimes things are going to be tough. You guys already know some of it, but always be behind him. And we look forward to spending more time with you and Zach and with future kids as well. And then this is your 红包.
Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna make it. Oh my gosh.
So mine is more of a blessing. So Zach, God has walked with you all your life. He has blessed you with great friends, successful career, and also a suitable mate. And I bless you as you walk together hand in hand, that you will continue to pursue what is truth, what is right, and really protect yourself from hurtful words and harmful thoughts. Just like Daddy said, be kind and loving and always think of the best of the other person. And I pray that God will continue to be with you, to shine His face upon you, and may you, your life and your career bring Him glory.
Thank you. Wow. When Michelle's parents walked in, it looked like your dad was already about to cry. And at this point, like just seeing how my dad was, I knew Michelle's dad was gonna be very emotional. And Michelle's mom seemed very happy and smiley.
So my dad is the one that's very emotional. I get it from my dad. And my mom, I think she was just happy that I'm getting married. My mom was so happy for
She had
us.
no hope for you 7 years ago, and now here you are.
I think my mom's just very proud of us, so her way of expressing it is through smiling.
In our relationship, Michelle's the emotional one. Up until I proposed to you, I haven't cried in 8 years. But then I feel like the proposal broke something in me, because today I also started crying. And I usually don't cry for anything.
Yes, you're finally feeling emotions.
爸爸妈妈请喝茶。
It's sweet. Thank you. 谢谢。
Zach and Michelle, I just wishing you both. You make me cry, man.
Looking at my dad makes me cry.
Wishing you guys, both of you. So sorry, man. Wishing you both lifetime of love, harmony, and full of love. And Zach, my dear son-in-law now, I entrust my daughter to you. Please continue to love her, support her, and make her happy. build the life with filled of love. I love you guys. Thank you. Now you have two Papa Mama behind you, support you, love you. We will be your big support. Thank you.
谢谢。
Thank you.
祝你们一对永结同心，百年好合，早生贵子，恭喜恭喜！谢谢你们。
My dad did warn me beforehand that he wanted to give some gifts to us. But then all of a sudden he brought up this big bag of gold jewelry. There were so many pieces in there.
This one's from Upper from Malaysia.
My parents have kept all of these gold pieces of jewelry for a long, long time. And these pieces have been passed down through generations.
This is from the white Paul.
This is from my grandma, from my mom's side.
For Mama, when Papa will get married, and now they give it to you.
But this one has been passed down from my mom's side of the family. It's so pretty.
And Zach, this is for you. I wore this one for 30 years and for my father. Right now I just give it to you for blessing.
Oh, that's a
My dad, he passed down something that he's been holding on to for the last 30, even 50 years, and giving it to you was just such a special moment for me.
Oh, I got so emotional when he was giving it to me because he started crying.
No, you are my son. No.
I feel like I could tell how much it meant to him because this is something he's held on to so long and he got it when he got married. So it's like handing off the torch. It definitely felt like a very important moment. I could tell how important it was to him too, which means a lot.
From Papa, give it to Mama. Mama, right now give it to you.
It's from my mom's side of the family.
More than 50 years old, this one. When your kid get married, you give it to them. Keep going.
It has a dragon and a phoenix on it.
Whoa. Yeah. Papa, and one more. One more from Papa.
Papa.
Thank you, guys.
好，我们为
爱你们。
Next we have the uncle and auntie, but in Chinese it's called the 姑姑 and 姑丈.
My grandma, my dad's side of the family.
请喝茶。
So Zach, Nai says she can't be here to witness the happy occasion, but she wants me to tell you that she's so proud that her little grandson has grown into a fine young man and is getting married today. So congratulations from her. And to Michelle, she's very happy that you're joining the Xie family, and please continue to love and support Zach.
Remember Zach's time in Penang and Singapore, right? You have something very precious from Zach.
I kept one of your earliest drawing. Yeah.
I remember when we left Penang, he was quite emotional, saying goodbye to Zach and the family. And also, I remember his fascination with lizard and this bearded dragon, Zhong Si Si. We also remember Zach's many occasions together with your late father and also some occasions with the family traveling. As for Michelle, we met her 2 years ago during the Christmas time. We found her very intelligent, lovely, right? And also I found out from Nick just 2 days ago, Nick's father is also Hakka, like me, you know, right? And also the ancestors also live in Malacca, Malaysia. And I was born in Johor, Malaysia. So maybe we were related somehow, maybe. So this occasion, in Chinese we call 亲上加亲, the relative add on to relative, right? Getting closer. So to the newlywed and also in their joint creative journey, I hope in both family life and work life, you'll be hand in hand, 手牵手,手把手, and also heart to heart, 心心相印. All the best to the newlywed.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
好的，永结同心。
谢谢。
好，鼓掌吗？
大舅妈，
请喝茶。
Dajo is going to represent Amma to present a gift for you.
Thank you.
阿嬷希望说你们有这一笔费用的话，希望能够你们可以到台湾来看一下阿嬷。
So Amma gave the newlywed couple some Taiwanese dollars, and this fee is for them to hopefully travel to Taiwan and to look around and to experience Zachary's Taiwanese heritage. Ama has something to say. Ama is very proud that her first grandson out of all 7 of them is getting married and received such a beautiful, sweet, and talented wife. So she has her heartfelt congratulations. This is the exact words. 阿嬷虔诚祝福 Zachary 和 Michelle 在彼此之中得到完全，也祝福他们。愿 Zachary 和 Michelle 彼此同心，合而为一，来荣耀神。This translates to wholehearted congratulations to Zachary and Michelle. May you find fullness in your union, and I bless you. May you have beautiful, heartfelt, loving relationships. And then the two become one. And then you can use your life to glorify God.
Thank you.
My uncles there also sat down and gave us little speeches in Chinese. I feel like I could understand like 90% of it.
I think I understood about 80% of it, and the times I didn't understand, I just kind of like pieced together what I thought it was going to mean.
大家祝你们郎才女貌，然后天生一对。
谢谢。
来，大舅妈祝福你们百年好合，早生贵子。
谢谢大舅妈。
But honestly, it was so sweet hearing my uncles give us their blessing because I haven't seen them in so long. And in case you guys didn't know, I used to go back to Taiwan and Singapore every single year. So up until maybe I was like 14 years old. So they really did watch me grow up.
It was just so sweet, and they remembered a lot of their childhood memories. I think they were so proud of you.
二舅妈请喝茶。
谢谢。
很高兴参加你们的婚礼，在这个环境中让我们觉得蛮感动的。从小看你到大，我看到你有那么大的成就，很为你高兴。然后又娶了一个这么漂亮的娇女，真的是，也希望你们后面一切顺利，好，祝你们新婚快乐，百年好合。
谢谢。谢谢二舅。
谢谢。大舅妈祝福你们新婚快乐，一切同心。
谢谢二舅妈。
好，大家鼓掌。
And then both of our sisters also gave very nice and sweet speeches.
They did not have anything prepared, but they said something so sweet on the spot.
I didn't prepare this, but Michelle, I've known you for a while, and it's so crazy how far you've come in both your career with Zach and also your relationship with him. And I remember when you used to do push-ups at our house at like 6 a.m. and I was thinking, this poor girl. I've watched the two of you guys do so many wonderful things together, and I've seen the really beautiful relationship that you guys have nurtured and built, and the girls that you guys have take care of all the time. It's just been such a blessing to see you guys walk through that journey together. So I'm so happy for you guys, and I hope we can witness many more years to come together.
I did not expect this to be such an emotional day. I thought it was just tea.
I love tea. I thought I was gonna have the best time of my life, laughing, enjoying the tea.
We didn't drink any tea.
No, I didn't drink any tea, but I still loved every moment.
I'm Michelle's sister. I'm very proud of you, May and Zach, for everything that you've done. The most important thing is that you're there for each other, the loyalty, and you trust each other, and honestly, that's what makes it a beautiful relationship. That's it.
Thank you,
Yeah, I guess.
So, Steve and I have an interesting relationship. We've been best friends for like 18 years, but when we talk to each other, we're very unserious.
They're very goofy when they're next to each other.
Yeah, it's always lighthearted, joking around, so I've literally never heard a heartfelt, like, serious thing from him before, like, to me. Like, just to give you context about how unserious we are, we see them every, like, 5 to 6 weeks, and every time we drop them off at the airport, Michelle and Christina are, like, hugging, saying goodbye, and Steve and I just, like, wave at each other. Like we don't hug, we don't do anything. Deep down, we know we care for each other a lot, but we'll never, like, say it to each other.
I don't think you guys have been serious once. So seeing him being like serious and a little emotional and talking from the heart was so special.
And I think I was already on edge from crying from our dad's speeches that I was like starting to tear up.
I'm glad he was able to experience this moment with us.
Yeah. I've known you for almost 20 years of my life now. I basically see you as my brother. I don't have any siblings of my own. But seeing you and Michelle together, I've seen you since the very beginning, 7 or 8 years ago that summer. Yeah, it's just really awesome seeing how far you've come since then. Yeah, I'll be saving the rest of my speech for your wedding. Congratulations to you both.
Thank you. Honestly, I'm so glad that Michelle's parents arranged this tea ceremony because I feel like growing up, I didn't embrace Chinese tradition that much, but I could tell how much it meant to our parents, and it was so nice.
I think it's great that we can embrace our culture and experience a new thing. I love this.
I was trying not to cry, but Michelle cried a lot. It was more emotional than I expected.
I knew there was gonna be speeches, but I didn't know they were gonna be so sweet.
Happiest occasion, I got a daughter! That was a very emotional experience, especially for my dad. He cried a lot, and he's gonna cry more at the wedding.
Very exciting, very exciting.
Yeah. Very beautiful ceremony, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You cry at all, Steve?
No. I saw Zach smirking at me.
It was really emotional, but it was so nice to see them with their family. The whole thing was beautiful. I'm so proud of them. It's so nice to see all their family fly from Singapore and Taiwan to attend their wedding. That was so emotional and so much to witness, but we're so happy for them, and that was such a beautiful thing to watch.
Yeah. It's exciting seeing all the family together in one place. We've never had that before. So many people here. I know.
Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. This is Zach and Michelle. 再见.